Good afternoon and welcome to Tyler, Texas. We're at Tyler's Mike Carter Field. Single 9-inning game today between the homestanding Tyler Apaches and the visiting Paris Dragons. Dr. John Groth with you on the pregame show. Had a chance to catch up with both head coaches. The Paris Dragons are 23-15 on the year, 9-11 in Region 14 Eastern play. They're in 5th place at the moment. They've had a nice little surge here toward the middle and back part of their schedule. And I did catch up with Clay Cox. He's in his 5th year as head coach of the Dragons. Let's hear what he had to say just a few minutes ago down in the Dragon dugout. All right, we're here in the Dragon dugout, and Coach Clay Cox, and I haven't talked to you in a while, but things are actually going pretty well for you guys. 8-2 in your last 10, coming off a sweep of Panola. Talk about the season as you guys kind of get down to the last, I guess, 3 conference series, maybe 4. I don't. Depends on the weather issues with each club. But talk about your season.
You know, we started off a little kind of up and down. We had some peaks, we had some valleys, and you know, lately our pitching staff has really stepped up. Early we were walking a lot of guys. You know, you saw it in the first series against Tyler, and you know, we had a lot of talks about it, and they've really come around. And we've had some guys really step up out of the bullpen. We got some guys healthy finally on the mound, and so you know, we've been playing well lately. You've seen kind of some of that veteran leadership really step up, and hopefully we can just kind of stay with what we've been doing down the stretch here. We got 10 conference games left. You're right, 3 series, and then we have 1 makeup game with Panola. You know, it was a big sweep last weekend for us, so we're hoping to, you know, come in and give Tyler a little better fight than we gave him last time.
So it looks like Bryce and Bo and Cameron are kind of really having nice springs for you, and I got to believe that's been a big part of the resurgence as well.
It has. You know, those guys kind of they kind of work in and out of the lineup together. They you know, we platoon some guys, and depending on situations and matchups, and they've done a great job throughout the year. And then, you know, the middle of our order with Shelby Becker, who's a 3rd-year starter for us, he's really been big, and the top of the lineup, Creed and Riggs have been swinging it well and getting on base. You know, they saw a lot of pitches the first 2 spots last week, and kind of worked that pitch count a little bit on some starters, and so had a lot of guys. You know, it's been somebody different almost every game, and that's what's been nice to see, is there hadn't just been one guy we're relying on, but a lot of guys have stepped up in the moment. So,
well, you said a lot of guys, and I noticed, man, I'm looking at your pitching numbers, and you got a lot of guys that have gotten win. I counted 11 different guys that have a win this year for your staff. So talk about that dynamic, and as you wrap that up, who's going to get the ball here today?
You know, so we do both offensive and defensively. You know, it's kind of different than some years where you have just 1 or 2 guys that their numbers are just astronomical, you know, and they've been your guy. But our numbers are pretty spread out. We've had a lot of guys step up, and when the moment was needed. And so, you know, Evan Schrader out of the bullpen lately, Tyler Renfro out of the bullpen. The Mayo kid got healthy. He'll get the ball today. You know, but, you know, offensively we feel like we've got 16 options, and we really feel like on the pitching side of things now we've had a lot of guys that we can go to and rely on in big situations.
All right, so Mayo's getting the ball. Talk a little bit about what he brings to the table.
Just a bulldog mentality. You know, he was down the first, you know, 2 months of the year with, you know, some bicep tendonitis, and he's a guy that transferred in from Angelina when they shut down with athletics this year, and so he's just a guy that when he's on the mound, you just kind of play a little different behind him. You know, there's a lot of confidence in your defense. The offense knows that they just got to get some runs up early for him, and he has a very veteran mentality on the mound, and knows what he wants to do, and him and Torres work really good together behind the dish, and so it's a nice battery to have out there.
Well, it's awful great. It's a really nice dynamic to have that kind of. I've been in dugouts where you just kind of know when this guy's got the ball, he's going to keep you close. He's going to give you a chance to win the ball game. So, Clay, you've had a nice run of things here lately, and I appreciate you taking time. We probably won't meet again. I'm not going to be able to go up there and do those games this weekend, but all the best to you in the Dragons in your pursuit of getting to the World Series this year. I know there's a lot in front of you, and there's a lot to look forward to. So thanks for taking the time.
I appreciate you, and have fun up there in Alaska this summer for me. So thank you very much.
Thanks. All right, a big thank you to Clay Cox giving me some of his time as the Dragons getting ready to play the Apaches, getting ready to take the field. I also caught up with the skipper for the Apaches, 12th-year head coach Doug Wren, and the Apaches took 3 out of 4 from Bossier in their last conference series. Let's hear what Coach Wren had to say just a few minutes ago. All right, we're here outside the Apache dugout with Coach Wren, and a split with actually 3 out of 4 from Paris. You guys, you know, Bossier, sorry. I'm looking at me. You got Paris now.
This week too. You guys are right on the heels of Navarro, and you got 3 more series left. What are you looking for this weekend with Paris?
Yeah, obviously just continuing to play good baseball. I mean, this is the time of year we work really hard to get to the end of the year, and we talk a lot about trying to play our best baseball when it all matters. And we're gearing up for that. We're past the Coastal Series. We know what the first round of postseason is going to look like. And so now these next 3 weeks are going to be opportunities for us to build upon what we've done so far.
Right.
And just try to carry some momentum and just playing good baseball. And that's all we're kind of looking for these next several weeks. And obviously we'd love that to equal wins. And so we're the great part about this year, unlike any other year that I've had, is that now we're in a conference and we're after that Coastal Series, we kind of talked as a team of now let's turn our focus to winning a conference.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
we've never been able to do that. And so our focus is on the next 3 weeks, finishing well, and then when we get to that regional, we'll attack that. But this is the time where you got to start playing good baseball, and hopefully we can continue that. And hopefully we'll get a good outing from Putnam today, and we get the sticks going, and we start this series off well.
So Caleb's going to get the ball, but something's happened since the last time we talked. Heath Hood injured his foot. Talk about what that does to your lineup and whether he's going to have a chance to get back for playoffs.
Yeah, it's obviously a big blow to us. He's a 30-year guy, leader on our team, and one of our better players. And he's the guy that kind of ignites the offense, and he's a glue guy. So that's a big blow. But, we've got some depth on this team. We're going to have some guys step up, and we get 3 weeks to figure out who that's going to be.
Right.
And he's doing good. We've got some things figured out. It's just going to take some time for him to kind of get healed up. We've got some best case scenarios and some worst case scenarios, and we'll just see what time tells us. And so obviously the hope is that we could get him back for a postseason run, and if that's the case, great. If not, we got to have some guys step up, and as well as anybody, that's what athletics is about.
Right.
So we've been in this scenario before. We had this happen in 2016 or actually 17 with Hunter Wells. And one of the best players on our team tears his ACL, and Jared Wells, non-related, was able to fill in, and he ended up leading our team in hitting.
Nice.
So you got to have some guys step up, and I know we will, and so we look forward to see who that's going to be over the next 3 weeks.
Well, congrats on the Bossier series win, and let's go get another series win against these Dragons.
Perfect. That's the plan. Thanks.
All right, we're just a few minutes from first pitch. Dr. John Groth with you. Glad you're aboard as we get ready to play Region 14 Eastern Zone Conference. Single 9-inning game today here at Mike Carter Field as the Apaches and the Dragons get ready to tee it up here. Kind of an overcast day. Game time temperature is going to be right at 63 degrees. And a little different wind today, northeasterly at 9, and not going to be a huge factor, but it's going to be different. Normally, prevailing wind on a warm day is from the right field foul pole to the left field foul pole. That's southwesterly. And we're going to have northeasterly today, which is going to be the opposite. So the lefties will get maybe a little bit of help if they pull it between the scoreboard and the foul pole. Righty's probably going to knock the ball down to left field. And so the Apaches have taken the field. Let's go through the lineups. First for the Dragons, 23-15 on the year, 9-11 in conference play. They're led by fifth-year head coach Clay Cox. Leading off is the second baseman Sam Creed. Batting second, center fielder Julio Riggs. Batting third, first baseman Shelby Becker. Batting cleanup, the DH Cade Fletcher. Batting fifth, right fielder Hayden Johnson. Batting sixth is the catcher Junior Torres. Batting seventh, left fielder Bo Brewer. Batting eighth, the third baseman Ashton Albert. And batting ninth for the Dragons, shortstop Kyle Hogwood. On the mound for the Dragons, Hunter Mayo. Defensively for the Apaches, Daniel Young will get the nod in left field. for the injured Heath Hood. Jacob Johnson in center, Alec Williams in right. Around the infield, Bryce Coveney will start at third base today. Tyler Lundwember at short, Dalton Davis over at second base for today's ball game. Miguel Vega at first. Luke Johnson behind the plate, and on the mound, 6 foot 190 right-handed freshman from Prosper, Texas, Caleb Putnam. Caleb's 11th appearance. They all have been as a starter, 2-1 with a 3.82 ERA, 35 and a third innings pitched, 32 strikeouts, 19 walks for the freshman from Prosper, Texas, Caleb Putnam. Caleb's taking his last warm-up toss right there. Luke Johnson fires it down to second. We're ready to play ball. Glad you're with us. Going to be a great day for baseball here at Mike Carter. 63 degrees, overcast skies, just a light northeasterly at 9. And that probably won't have a huge impact on too much today. First pitch in there for a strike. We're underway at 1:01, just a hair late. And it's Sam Creed stepping in for the Dragons. One hopper to the second baseman. Davis backhanded it. Nice play there. And there's one away. Right off the bat, nice defense by the Apaches as Dalton Davis goes to his right, backhands that ball, and makes a nice play. Here's Julio Riggs, the center fielder. First pitch in there, and it's 0-1. Next pitch misses high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, got a handful of folks. Got a good contingency from the Paris side of things today. Pitches in there, 1-2. Julio Riggs, a freshman from Boerne, Texas. Popped out of play, right side. You know, every once in a while that breeze picks up a little bit, so infielders, outfielders going to have to keep an eye, especially on these pennants that are going to the right and left of the press box above the bleachers. Next 1-2 offering, going to miss high. Fastball, evens the count. Apache's wearing their pinstripes today. Got the black ball caps with the Apache logo on the ball cap and on the left chest. 2-2 pitch. Just off the plate. Mr. Umpire trying to find his zone a little bit here early. Not going to give that one, and it's 3-2. Paris got the gold tops with the gray pants, forest green socks and ball caps. Boy, he fought off a fastball in on his hands. And we'll do it again. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Got the forest green ball caps with the PJC across the front in gold and then gold bills. The next 3-2 offering, swing and a miss. Got him chasing one outside. And that's the first strikeout of the day for Caleb Putnam. 2 up, 2 down here in the first.
Now batting first baseman number 2, Shelby Becker.
The Apaches 16-6 in conference play. That's good for second, just a hair, just a tick behind Navarro. 27-8 on the year are the Apaches. They're 8-2 in their last 10. Here's Shelby Becker, the first baseman. First pitch swinging up the middle. Lindweber up the middle, and nicely done. 2 good defensive plays for the Apache infielder, or infield. One by Davis, that one by Lindweber. It's a perfect first inning for Caleb Putnam. We'll come back in just a moment with the Apache lineup. Still scoreless. Stay with us. All right, let's bring you back as we've already had Miss Young check in from Madisonville. Just put a note up there. Hope you can give me a shout out on the live chat feature on YouTube. We'll try to let everyone know who's watching and where they're watching from. Always nice to know everything's coming through loud and clear. Here's the lineup for the Apaches. They come into this ball game 27-8 on the season, 16-6 in conference play, led by 12th-year head coach Doug Wren. Leading off, center fielder Jacob Johnson. The second baseman Dalton Davis bats second. First baseman Miguel Vega will bat third. Batting cleanup is the catcher Luke Johnson. Batting fifth, left fielder Daniel Young. Batting sixth, DH Mike Schrabb. Batting seventh, right fielder Alec Williams. Batting eighth, the shortstop Tyler Lindweber. And batting ninth for the Apaches, third baseman Bryce Coveney. Defensively for the Dragons, Bo Brewer in left, Julio Riggs in center, Hayden Johnson in right. Around the infield is Ashton Albert at third, Kyle Hogwood at short, Sam Creed at second, Shelby Becker at first, Junior Torres behind the plate, and on the mound, right-handed freshman from Lufkin, Texas, 6 foot and 180, Hunter Mayo. Mayo, a Lufkin Hudson product in an Angelina transfer. 8th appearance of the year for Hunter Mayo, his 4th start. He's 2-0 with a 3.81 ERA. First pitch swinging, Johnson routine grounder to second, and Sam Creed bobbled it but picked it up and threw over for the out. So 1 pitch, 1 out. And that'll bring up Dalton Davis.
Dalton Davis.
First pitch in there, strike one. From the full windup, we got the fastball by him. Quickly 0-2. Bottom of the first inning, we are scoreless here at Mike Carter. Tyler, Texas. Here's the 0-2 offering, well off the plate. One ball, 2 strikes. Davis, the freshman from Prosper. Fouled off to the right side. We'll do it again. One out and a 1-2 count on Davis. The pitch. Check swing. Yes, he did. 1 strikeout. First strikeout of the ball game for Hunter Mayo. Good pitch on the outside corner. Davis thought about giving it a go and tried to hold up, couldn't. Here's Miguel Vega. Suavemente. First pitch is in there, and it's 0-1. Vega, the sophomore from Tyler. That's off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Apache's able to get a win on Monday of this week down in Houston. And a 1-run victory over Wharton. They played at HBU. Foul tip is caught by Torres for strike 2. Wind up and the pitch. Little tapper to short. Hogwood on the big hop. Throws across, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Hunter Mayo. So both pitchers coming out throwing well, get some ground balls and a strikeout. You know what? The scorebook right now is exactly the same for both teams. The leadoff hitter grounded to second. The second hitter struck out swinging. The third hitter grounded to short. So I don't know that that's ever happened in my years of scorekeeping, but it just happened right here. We'll go to the second inning. Still scoreless. Stay with us. Welcome back to Mike Carter. Cade Fletcher leads it off, the DH. It's 4, 5, and 6 as both starting pitchers have worked a perfect first inning. And Fletcher will lead it off as the designated hitter for the Dragons today. Dragons coming off a conference sweep of Panola last week. And scored a bunch of runs, 10-2, 10-9, 12-3. The 1-0 pitch, ground ball foul down the third base line, and Coveney tries to give chase. The ball is going to bounce off the fence and actually back onto the field. Someone's going to have to go get that before they allow another pitch here. And one of the Dragons will run down there. Daniel Young's going to go over and pick it up. Cade Fletcher from Mansfield, Texas. He's a catcher by trade. Freshman, 6'2", 210. And a good block there by Luke Johnson. 2 balls and a strike. The Dragons have picked things up since these two teams met last time. And they've won 8 of their last 10. Strike called, and it's 2-2. Nobody on, nobody out, top of the second inning. We're still scoreless. Both starters have been sharp here in the early going. Caleb Putnam threw 12 pitches in his first half inning. And his counterpart, Hunter Mayo, threw 10. 2 balls and 2 strikes, the full windup. Breaking pitch, got him looking. Second strikeout for Caleb Putnam, and that'll bring up the right fielder, Hayden Johnson.
Now batting right fielder number 28, Hayden Johnson.
Johnson, a freshman from Conroe. He'll step in for the first time. Line drive into right field, and there goes the no-hitter. Good piece of hitting by Johnson, and that'll be the first hit for either club here in the top of the second inning. Here's Junior Torres, the catcher. Torres, a freshman from Irving. He'll step in with a runner at first and 1 away. Now Putnam going to go from that stretch. First pitch in there, strike 1. Good pace here as both starters are getting the ball and going to work. I'd like to see that. Putnam from the set, the pitch. Boy, good off-speed pitch right there, way out in front. Torres now behind 0-2. Yep, they got the whole dugout screaming back on the pickoff. 0-2. High chopper, tough play right here. Caleb will field and throw to first. Vega stretches, and there's 2 outs. Going to second is Hayden Johnson. Stepping into the batter's box, left fielder Bo Brewer. Bo Brewer, freshman from McKinney, Texas. 6'3", 205. 2 outs in the inning. First runner for either club in scoring position is Hayden Johnson. Good piece of hitting to right. Went over to second on that chopper. First pitch catches a corner, strike 1. Putnam had to go to his right. Kind of had to wait for the ball to come down and had to make a strong throw. Vega, good job at first, holding the bag and getting the ball. Here's the 0-1. Looked like a changeup that Johnson blocks. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Two outs in the inning. Still scoreless here in Tyler. Swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch there. Good breaking pitch, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're at the 7th spot in the Dragon lineup. They went in order in the first. A single by Hayden Johnson, and a ground ball has him at second with 2 outs here in the second. Putnam has the sign. And the 1-2. Way off the plate with the fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, the Apaches and the Dragons will play again in Paris. Doubleheader at Paris on Saturday. 3-game series. As most of the teams in the Region 14 East zone will have 3 conference series remaining. Apaches right on the heels of, and time called here as one of the umpires called a balk, and home plate umpire, I don't know who called it. Did the home plate guy or the guy in the field? They're talking it over right now, and they're going to send him back. Evidently, the home plate umpire is going to overrule that field umpire. I'm going to guess that's what happened here. Clay Cox isn't going to like it. He's having a chat with the home plate umpire right now, and they're going to send that runner back. Well, it may have been the home plate umpire calling it and then verifying or asking the field umpire what he saw. And so I guess the good news is they're trying to get it right, and they feel like they got it right. Clay Cox is going to be disappointed because Hayden Johnson's going to have to go back to second, but all that much ado about nothing. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Little looper into center. That's going to fall in front of Johnson, and that's going to give the Dragons a 1-0 lead. Clutch 2-out hit right there by Bo Brewer. And an RBI for Brewer, and a run scored for Hayden Johnson. 1-0 Paris. We're in the top of the 2nd inning. That'll bring up the 8-hitter, Ashton Albert, 3rd baseman. So Navarro leading the conference 16-5. They're actually going to have to, I'm trying to think. They would be on target. The Apaches 1 game ahead of that somehow. It's 16-6. First pitch in there, strike 1. So first is Navarro at 16-5. Tyler 16-6. Then it's Paris in 3rd at 9-11. Bossier 9-12. Panola 7-14, and Northeast 6-14. So, and again, these games are going to do nothing but prepare the Apaches for hosting the first round of playoffs here at Mike Carter by them defeating Coastal Bend in their series. They earned the right to host the first round of playoffs. So we will broadcast at least some of those games and possibly all of them. We'll see how that works out. 2 balls and a strike. The pitch off the plate. 3-1. 9-hitter Kyle Hogwood waits on deck for the Dragons. 1-0 Paris on 2 singles here in the second inning. The 3-1 in there for a strike. And I'll take the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes to Ashton Albert. Next pitch, foul tip, and Luke Johnson will hold on to it. Strikeout number 3 is recorded for Caleb Putnam. But the Dragons strike first. They get 1 run on 2 hits. They'll leave 1 on. And we will go to the bottom of the second inning. Your new scorer from Mike Carter Field, it's Paris 1, Tyler 0. Back in a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. Welcome back to Mike Carter Field. Dr. John Groth with you. Bottom of the second inning. Luke Johnson to lead it off for the Apaches. He's the cleanup hitter. Apaches went in order in the first inning. And Hunter Mayo on the mound for the Dragons. First pitch in there for a strike. Luke Johnson, a freshman from Prosper, Texas. 6'3", 220. Just off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pretty close right there. I'm surprised that wasn't called a strike, too. Breeze continues to blow. Actually picked up a little bit since we started. Here's the 1-1. Well, here's a fastball. Perfectly placed on the outside part of the plate. It's 1-2. The Apache catcher, Luke Johnson. Mayo, his 8th appearance of the year and his 4th start, the 1-2. Swing and a miss, got him. Like a kind of a cutter, something. That's 2 strikeouts now for Hunter Mayo. Good energy coming out of that Paris dugout. And stepping in now for the Apaches, left fielder Daniel Young. Daniel Young, freshman. 6'2", 220 out of North Zulch. First pitch right in there. And it's 0-1. Tell you what, Hunter Mayo, 15 pitches, 12 of them for strikes. Just pumping it in there. Just missed, not by much. And it's 1-1. 1-2-0 for Paris, 0-0-0 for the Apaches. And the pitch. Fly ball, well hit left center field, and Brewer on his horse runs it down. He had a long way to go. He was playing kind of shallow. And he had a long run there. And he made the run, caught that ball probably 2 steps in front of the warning track, but he was on a dead sprint. And I'm not sure he expected Young to go the other way. Ball got up quickly. Probably got held up a little bit from that by that northeasterly breeze. Allowed him to run that thing down. 2 up and 2 down. Here's Mike Schrabb, the DH. Schrabb, 6 foot, 195 out of Katy. First pitch swung on and missed. It's 0-1. The strike parade continues. Almost through 2 innings, and he's only thrown 4 balls. Ground ball to third. This will be Albert thrown across, and it's a perfect second inning. 3 up, 3 down, nothing across. Hunter Mayo, couple of 10-pitch innings. And he's still perfect through 2 innings. It's 1-0 Paris. We go to the 3rd inning for the Dragons. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit. Kyle Hogwood will lead it off, the shortstop for the Dragons. Bats 9th. Hogwood, a sophomore out of Forney. First pitch is a strike, and it's 0-1. 5'11", 175. Boy, held up, pretty good spot, called a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Caleb Putnam. The pitch, gonna miss low. 2 balls and a strike. 35 pitches now for Caleb Putnam as we get going here in the 3rd inning. The pitch, fastball, and it's called a strike. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on and nobody out here. Top of the 3rd inning. We are at Tyler's Mike Carter Field. 325 down the lines, 361 in the gaps, 370 straight away. Strike 3 called. Fastball, and he got the call. 4 strikeouts for Putnam now, and that'll turn the lineup back to the top. Sam Creed steps in. Grounded out to second base on a really nice play by Dalton Davis up the middle. So he's 0 for 1. Creed 362 on the year for the Dragons. First pitch misses, ball 1. 3 home runs, 16 RBIs. 5 doubles and 5 triples. In there for a strike. 1-1. That's not a bad line there. That's 13 extra base hits for the Dragons' second baseman. 1-1. Check swing. Yes, he went. They're going to call it a strike either way. And it's 1-2. Well, you got the 2-man umpiring crew, and you got like no way to call it at first base from there. Mr. Umpire went ahead and called it a called strike. Here's the 1-2. Off the plate with the fastball, and we're even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. Little nubber off the end of the bat, and it finds a hole out in left field. So Creed gets his first hit of the day. Got out in front of that thing, but just got enough of it to flare it over Bryce Coveney's head into left field. So there's one on and one out for Julio Riggs. Riggs struck out swinging his first time up. On the year, Riggs 378. He's got 10 doubles. That leads the team. Fastball catches the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Couple of triples. Does not have a homer, but has 19 RBIs on the year. Dragons center fielder. Batting second today for Coach Clay Cox, 5th year as head coach. Putnam. The set, the kick, and the pitch. Popped out of the play on the right side, down right off that equipment shed down there by the bullpen area for the Apaches. Apaches in the first base dugout here at Mike Carter, and the Dragons in the third base dugout. This ballpark part of the Rose City complex. We have the Tyler Rose Garden just to our left. Harvey Convention Center back behind us, and the Rose Football Stadium off to our right. We have the East Texas State Fair here every year in the fall. Counts 0-2. Another pickoff as Sam Creed stepping a dive. He's back. Creed, 13 stolen bases, has only been caught once. It's second on the team to Julio Riggs, who's at the plate. Pop up right side, and we'll do it again. Ball goes out of play. Well, we're still doing the COVID separation. Apache's reserve players and pitchers in the family section of bleachers here. That's what we used to call it. It's a little small section back behind the first base coaches area. And the Dragons in the bleachers on the left hand, on the third base side. Players that are in the ball game are allowed in the dugout. If you're not in the ball game, you've got to sit in the bleachers per the COVID social distancing rules. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, got him. Strikeout number 5 for Putnam. And there's 2 away. He struck out 2 this inning. Struck out 1 in the first inning, 2 in the second, and now 2 more here in the third inning. Here's the 3-hitter. Shelby Becker grounded out to short. Nice play by Tyler Lewinweber to end the first inning. And there's 2 outs here in the second. You're probably going to see Sam Creed look for a chance to go here. First pitch doesn't go. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. It's 0-1. Putnam now 47 pitches. And we'll see. I'll be a little surprised if Creed doesn't go. And there he goes. Throw down by Luke Johnson right on the button. Boy, perfect throw. And Davis put the tag down, and that's the inning. Nice job there by Luke Johnson. Threw a strike to Dalton Davis, and Creed is cut down for only the second time this year. And that'll do it for the Dragons here in the top of the third inning. No runs on 1 hit, nobody left. We'll go to the bottom half for the Apaches. Alec Williams, Tyler Lindweber, and Bryce Coveney, 7, 8, and 9. Back in just a minute. shout out to Angela Sestito, watching from Frisco, Texas. Appreciate her rooting on the Apaches. Love to hear from any of the Apache fans or the Dragon fans that are watching on the YouTube ApacheAthletics.com channel. Dr. John Groth with you. Bottom of the third inning, Alec Williams stepping in. Freshman from Huntsville, 6'2" and 165. He'll step in from the wrong side of the plate. In there, strike one. Apaches, 3 lefties in their lineup. And Dragons have just 1. 0-1 pitch, catches the corner. It's 0-2. Williams thought it was outside. Kind of shrugs his shoulder and looks over. Here's the 0-2. Fouled into the net. Pretty good rip by Alec. And he'll stay alive. No balls and 2 strikes. Every once in a while, Hunter Mayo puts a little bit of a delay in his delivery. He'll lift that knee up, or he'll step back a little slower. Kind of almost stops. Not that time. Fastball misses. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You're seeing more and more guys do that. And, you know, it's not a bad mechanism to mess up the timing of the hitter. The only problem I have is that it also messes with the pitcher's repeatable delivery. And if you can't do it, probably not wise to try. You got to do a lot of practicing of different types of deliveries to actually be consistent with your release point on that. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Fly ball high in the air, but out of play down in the left field corner, and that'll go into the bullpen area of the Paris Dragons. Got a couple of guys running down there, getting some exercise. Count will stay 2-2 on Alec Williams. Nobody on and nobody out. We're in the bottom of the third. It's 1-0 Dragons. Hunter Mayo, the starting pitcher, on the mound for the Paris Dragons. He's been in there from the get-go. He's retired 6 Apaches in a row. Fly ball high in the air to center. Julio Riggs drifts back and makes the catch. Out number 1. F8 if you're scoring at the house. Here's Tyler Linweber.
Tyler Linweber.
Linweber, a freshman, 5'7", 160 out of Conroe. First pitch is in there. And it's 0-1 on the Apache shortstop. Just off the plate. 1-1. Well, we've seen kind of a, I don't know, it's almost a flip of the coin, those balls that are on the outside corner. Some of them are being called and some of them aren't. So far, pretty good, Mr. Umpire, trying to find the zone. 1-1 pitch fouled off. It's 1-2. It's given both pitchers, boy, did that ball go off the light pole? Comes back into the field of play there. The wind kind of picking up here. Midday breeze. Probably will impact a few more balls as the day progresses, as it picks up a bit. It's a 1-2 count, the windup and the pitch. Off the plate, pretty good spot. Mayo thought he had strike 3. He started walking off the mound as if the ball was going to be thrown around the horn. And we'll have to get back on there and go to work. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to short. Hogwood catches it, throws it. Pretty good play right there. He kind of slid down to his left and got to his feet quickly and made the play. So 8 up and 8 down for the Apaches.
Now batting third baseman, number 6, Bryce Covington.
Here's Bryce Coveney for the first time. Coveney, the sophomore, 5'10", 170 out of Katy. First pitch in there, and it's 0-1. One ball, one strike. The pitch off the plate, 2-1. Next pitch catches the outside corner, 2-2. Next pitch, swing and a miss, got him. Well, that's strikeout number 3. He's had one every inning, and Hunter Mayo has been perfect through the first 3 innings. 3 up, 3 down, nothing across. He's seen 9 Apaches. He's retired all 9 of them. We'll head to the top of the 4th. It's 1-0 Paris. Shelby Becker for the second time. Caleb Putnam back on the mound. 1-0 pitch, took something off of that, and he swung through it for strike 1. 1-1. 1-3-0 for Paris, 0-0-0 for the Apaches. We're in the top of the 4th. Caleb Putnam has struck out 5 Dragons. He's given up 1 run on 3 hits. Next pitch, breaking pitch misses inside. 2-1. Becker grounded out to short. He was at the plate when Sam Creed got thrown out at second to end the 3rd inning, trying to steal. Ground ball to Lindweber. This will be routine grounder, and for the 2nd time in the game, Becker has grounded out to short. 1 up and 1 down here in the 4th. Here's Cade Fletcher, struck out looking his first time up.
Now batting number 21, Cade Fletcher.
Well, the Indians are still being shut out. They got no hit last night in MLB play. First pitch, fouled straight back, just missed the fastball. Trying to see what the final score of that game was last night. 8-0. Swing and a miss. Next pitch popped up right field. Shouldn't be a problem. And drifting over is Alec Williams for out number 2. So there's 2 up and 2 down in the 4th. And here's Hayden Johnson, right fielder.
Hayden Johnson.
And did a nice job of getting a base hit the other way to right field his first time up, and he was driven in by Bo Brewer. So scored the game's only run. First pitch swing, and this one's out to right field as well. Williams drift back, a couple more steps back, and makes the catch. So it's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Caleb Putnam. And we are through 3.5 innings. It's still 1-0 Dragons. Jacob Johnson will lead it off. Grounded out to second base his first time up, 0 for 1. As Hunter Mayo, right now, perfect game through 3 innings. He's faced 9 hitters and retired all 9. High and tight, ball 1. Well, Rodon last night had a perfect game to the 9th, and he hit a batter. Ended up getting a no-hitter against the Indians, but I think he hit a batter to lose the perfect game. 1-0 pitch. Catches the corner. And it's 1-1. You can tell the energy in that pair's dugout. Whenever you got something like this going on, it just elevates the adrenaline a little bit. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Apaches have not gotten a base runner yet. Nobody on, nobody out. Left-handed batting center fielder Jacob Johnson stepping in for the Tyler Apaches. Had a notion, but held up, called a strike. Good fastball on the outside part of the plate. Johnson on the year, 377 average. 3 homers, 13 doubles. And that's just second on the club to Davis's 14. The 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to second. This is Sam Creed up with it, throws over, and there's one away. So Johnson did exactly what he did the first time up, grounded out to second. Here's Dalton Davis. Davis has had a nice year, 420 on the year. 14 doubles, leads the club. 5 triples, leads the club. 3 homers, 37 RBIs, leads the club. First pitch, outside corner, 0-1. Well, a lot of strikes being thrown by Hunter Mayo, and that's really kept this game moving along and also kept the Apache hitters pretty aggressive at the plate. 0-1. A rear back through an 0-1 fastball, kind of caught Davis maybe napping a bit there. 0-2 pitch. Fastball up and in, ball. 36 pitches through 3 innings. Now at 43 pitches. As he works here, the 11th batter of the ball game. He's retired 10 in a row. Fouled off to the right side. Davis a little late on that fastball, and it's 1-2. 1 out, nobody aboard. Apaches haven't had anyone aboard yet. And the next 1-2 pitch popped out of play. Not quite as late on that one. Still fouled out of the ballpark here over the first base dugout side. Hunter Mayo, the freshman from Lufkin, he went to Hudson High School and actually transferred to Paris from Angelina. Angelina has their baseball program on pause this year. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That ball just missed off the plate. This is Mayo's 4th start of the year. He's appeared in 8 ball games. Here's the 2-2. Fly ball right field, kind of harmless. Hayden Johnson under it, catches it for out number 2. Well, I think the key so far for Hunter Mayo has been he has worked ahead of nearly every Apache hitter. Throwing a lot of strikes. "49 pitches, 35 strikes. 2 outs, and here is Suavemente Miguel Vega. First pitch misses, and it's 1-0. Vega grounded out to short his first time up. 324 on the year for the Apaches. Line shot, fair ball, and there goes the perfect game, and there goes the no-hitter. Vega will hit first and chug into second with a 2-out double. Well, that ends the streak of 11 in a row for Hunter Mayo. What a nice job to start the ball game. But now he's got an Apache in scoring position with 2 outs.
Johnson.
Luke Johnson steps in. He was a strikeout victim his first time up, 0 for 1. Johnson on the year, a .313 average for the Tyler club. 6 doubles, 5 home runs on the year. First pitch misses. 28 RBIs for the Apache catcher. His momentum trying to swing a little bit here as the Apache dugout now with some life in it. Break up the no-hitter. Break up the perfect game. Mayo now just over 50 pitches, 51 pitches for the ball game. Here's the 1-0. Boy, got him a chase one and couldn't quite catch up with the fastball. It's 1-1. Apache's trying to win their 3rd game in a row. Dragons trying to win their 2nd game in a row on a 1-game winning streak. Both teams 4-1 in their last 5, and both teams 8-2 in their last 10. Got a couple of clubs kind of on the same path here, playing some good baseball. Pop up right side, this should be it. Shelby Becker in foul territory grabs it, and that will do it. So you do break up the perfect game, you break up the no-hitter, but no runs for the Apaches on 1 hit. They leave Vega at second with 2 outs, and it's another 0 on the board for Hunter Mayo. We'll go to the 5th inning. It's 1-0 Dragons. right, we've heard from Miss Putnam in Prosper. Thanks for checking in. As Caleb doing a good job so far. 1-0 is our score. Nice pitchers duel going on here at Mike Carter today. I appreciate those kind of ball games. Some people want to see a lot of offense, but heard something on the radio yesterday. They are in one of the independent professional leagues. They're going to move the mound back a foot. Instead of being 60 feet 6 inches, it's going to be 61 feet 6 inches. They're going to give that a try and see if it helps the offense. I don't know. Not sure I'm in favor of that. 1-0 Paris. We go to the fifth. 6, 7, and 8 in their lineup. Junior Torres will lead it off. He hit a high chopper that Caleb Putnam fielded cleanly and threw over. So he's 0 for 1 today. Big swing and a miss, strike one. Full windup for Putnam off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. If any of you want to check in on that live chat, give you a shout out. That pitch is going to miss low, 2-1. Torres, .316 hitter on the year for the Dragons. That's going to catch the corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The other thing that's keeping this thing moving along is Mr. Umpire. He's had a pretty good zone all day, and it's kind of forcing the hand of these hitters. Some of the umpires we get from time to time, they want to put a big league zone out there with some junior college pitchers, and we're out here for 4 hours. When you start calling strikes early in the ball game, the hitters go back to the dugout and say that, you know, there's where the zone is. You better be swinging. Pop up right side, and Alec Williams drifting in. Makes the catch just inside fair ball territory, and there's 1 away. If you go back to that dugout and say that the inside and outside pitches are not being called, hitters start laying off, and you get a lot of walks, and you're out here forever. As long as you're consistent, that's the key that both dugouts want, the coaching staffs, hitters and pitchers. They just want to know where the zone is and stay with it. First pitch, going to show bunt and going to go foul. Bo Brewer tried to bunt his way aboard. He's 1 for 1 already. Base hit to center his first time up. He also got the lone RBI in this game. Back in the second inning. We're in the fourth, and it's 1-0 Paris with 1 out, nobody aboard. Both starting pitchers have gone the distance. Caleb Putnam for the Apaches. 64 pitches now for Putnam. Big swing and a miss. Good breaking ball there. No balls, 2 strikes. This has been a really pretty quick moving ball game. We're still not an hour in yet, and we're almost halfway done. Well hit ball is short. Lindweber couldn't make the play. Went to his right and tried to go to his legs and kind of slide into that ball, and it got by him. So that'll be a single. And with 1 out, that'll bring up Ashton Albert. Albert struck out back in the second inning. 0 for 1 for Albert. On the year, Albert .260 for the Dragons. Got a double, a triple, and a couple of home runs. Swing and a miss. 16 RBIs on the year for Paris. 0-1 with 1 away. I'm going to try to keep Bo Brewer close to the bag. On the year, Bo Brewer's 8 for 9 in steals. So he will go. Pretty modest lead there. Ball in the dirt, no shot. As Luke Johnson didn't know where the ball went. And down to second goes Bo Brewer, so that'll be a wild pitch. And with one away, the Dragons now with another runner in scoring position. We've only had 3 runners so far even make it to second base. Johnson scored on the single by Brewer. Vega was stranded last half for the Apaches, and now here's Brewer to make it to second base. Is only the third base runner in the whole ball game to get there. Breaking pitch called a strike. It's 1-2 to Ashton Albert. Well, you got to play big infield here and leave your feet if you're an Apache infielder. Swing and a miss, and strikeout number 2 for Albert. For Caleb Putnam, that's now 6 strikeouts. He did go the 4th inning without a strikeout, and now he picks another one back up here in the 5th. So that'll bring up the 9-hitter, Kyle Hogwood. He took a 3rd strike to lead off the 3rd inning. So Putnam trying to get out of any further trouble here. It's 1-0 Paris here in the 5th inning. First pitch fouls it off. Gets over the net, and it's 0-1. Paris is due north of Tyler by, you can't get there in less than 2 hours, and it's probably 80 miles, but you kind of got to zigzag your way from Tyler to Paris. Made that trip a bunch of times. Swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. Hogwood, 293 on the year for Paris. Does have 4 doubles, a triple, and a couple of homers. 7 RBI. Fouls it off. Dragons have played good baseball as of late. 8 of their last 10 ball games they have won. 4-1 in their last 5. And in the last 10 and 5, that's exactly what the Apaches have done. Oh, 2 count with 2 away. Runner at second. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. Strikeout number 7 for Caleb Putnam. And the Apaches are going to draw some energy off of that inning as Putnam strikes out the last 2 Dragons he faces after giving up a 1-out single. And stranding a runner at second base. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We're halfway home, just about an hour into this ball game, and it's 1-0 Dragons. Daniel Young steps in for the Apaches, fouls that one off. That's well past where the Avalons parked, so okay for now. The Paris bus was parking in my spot this morning. Had to move down a couple of, thankfully the trees, there's a couple of trees now with full set of leaves out there. That helps the cause a little bit. There's a one hopper to second. You can't make the play. Sam Creed went to his right, and the ball went right by his glove. And, boy, I don't know. We'll see how Ed Atkins scores that down there. I could go either way with it. I don't know. As a coach, I want that play made, so I'm going to unofficially put it in error. But we'll see what the live stats, what they do on the live stats, because that's going to be what's official. They're right next to the dugout down there. And they're going to call the single, so they will give him a hit on that. First pitch to Mike Schrabb, ball one. So a single by Young has him at first base, nobody out. So Apaches, after Hunter Mayo had thrown a perfect game through 3 innings, actually 3 2/3. Almost got through the 4th inning, and Vega doubled. He was stranded out there, but now Young leads off the 5th with a single. So 2 hits for the Apaches now. Still an amazing outing for Hunter Mayo and for Caleb Putnam. Got a good pitcher's duel going here, matching each other pitch for pitch. 1-1 pitch is actually going to be a pickoff over to first base. Young on his belly. Daniel Young does not have a stolen base. He doesn't have an attempt. Well, they're not going to take any chances. The leadoff hitter at first. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This is Mike Schrabb, the DH. Grounded out to third his first time up. On the year, Schrabb 323 for the Apaches. Next pitch. Got him to chase a high fastball, and that'll be a strikeout. That's 4 strikeouts now for Hunter Mayo. And that will bring up right fielder Alec Williams. Williams flew out to center his first time up. Williams 338 on the year for Tyler. 6 doubles, a triple, no homers, 17 RBIs. Well, I can think of no better time than for him to get into the home run column than right here. 2-run blast would give the Apaches the lead. First pitch in there, strike 1. Fastball on the outside corner. Boy, Hunter Mayo has had really nice command today. He's worked ahead of almost all the Apache hitters. Right at 60 pitches now. He's going to keep Young close to the bag over there. With 1 away, you might think about a hit and run. Maybe a bunt and run. 0-1 pitch. Fought it off. Little bloop to left, and he can't make the play. That'll be a single for Alec Williams. Young had to make sure the ball wasn't going to be caught, so he'll stay at second. So you have 2 on and 1 out. Good effort by Bo Brewer in left field. Came in and made a dive at it. And fortunately for the Dragons, that ball didn't roll all the way to the wall. Just kind of a bloop hit. And so he felt the freedom to go ahead and make the full body length dive toward it. And couldn't quite come up with it. And all the while, Daniel Young had to hang between first and second to make sure he didn't catch the ball. Well, here's Lindweber now. Tyler Lindweber grounded out to short his first time up. And on the year, Linney, 318 average. 4 doubles, 19 RBIs. First pitch misses, ball 1. Apache's trying to get a little momentum here. They trail 1-0. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Little by little now, They have chipped away, got a couple of hits. 3 hits in the ball game now for Tyler, 4 for the Paris Dragons. Late on that fastball. It's 1-1. One ball, one strike, the pitch. Boy, another fastball, and that ball right off the hands of Tyler Lindweber. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes now. One out, 2 on for the Apaches. Daniel Young, a single to right to lead the inning off. A strikeout of Schrab. And a bloop single by Williams the other way into left field. And a 1-2 count on Tyler Lindweber. Hunter Mayo, long pause, the pitch. Just missed low and inside, not by much. Count evens 2-2. Well, going to get some activity down in that Paris bullpen. Got a bunch of guys swinging bats in the cages. Here's the 2-2. Fouled off. Straight back on the fastball. One 4-0 for Paris, 0-3-0 for the Tyler Apaches. Very quick moving game today. Unofficially, Apaches only 1 left on base in the game. There's a pop-up right side that's going to be in play. Hayden Johnson catches it in foul territory, and he'll wheel and throw to third quickly. Keep the runners in place. Nice play in right by Hayden Johnson. He had a fair amount of real estate to cover there to get over there and make that play, and he does so. So Young stays at second, Williams at first, 2 outs as Lindweber's retired. Here's Bryce Coveney. Struck out swinging to end the 3rd inning. At that point, Hunter Mayo still had a perfect game. And he retired 2 more in a row, started the ball game retiring 11 Apaches in a row. 2-out double by Vega broke up the perfect game. He has continued to be very effective against the Apaches. Coveney on the year, 143 limited action. 1 for 7. Does have a double. That one hit is a double for the sophomore. Hunter Mayo. Here's the 0-1. Good pitch there. Coveney way out in front of that pitch, and it's 0-2. Mayo's 2-0 coming into the ball game with a 3.81 ERA. Coming into today's game, he had struck out 31 batters in 26 innings of work. Only issued 10 walks. Taking a while to get his signs. Finally comes set here with an 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Foul tip, and Torres can't quite hold on to it. And we'll do it again. Just hit the 70 pitch mark now for Hunter Mayo. We're working here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 0-2 pitch, just missed low. 1-2. He's had innings of 10 and 10, 16 and 17. prior to this 5th inning. Pretty efficient pitch count for the freshman from Lufkin. Apache's trying to break through on the scoreboard. They trail 1-0. Mayo, the 1-2 offering, and he got him looking. Second strikeout for Bryce Coveney. That's strikeout number 5 of the ball game, and that'll get that Dragon dugout all fired up. So no runs on 2 hits, 2 are left, and we will head to inning number 6. It's still 1-0 Paris. Well, we've heard from Miss Hughes, watching from Caldwell, Texas. Appreciate her checking in. Let us know who you're rooting for and where you're watching from. Dr. John Groth with you on the play-by-play. Very comfortable day here in Tyler. Started the day at 67 degrees. And we're at 64 now, so just a hair warmer, just a slight breeze out of the northeast. But it has picked up at times. First pitch swung on and missed. And that's strike 1. Sam Creed, the leadoff hitter. Creed's 1 for 2 today. That's pitch number 75 for Caleb Putnam. Off-speed pitch misses off the plate. 1-1 on Sam Creed. Second baseman for the Dragons. 1-1 offering, curveball off the plate. 1-2. Putnam kind of wanted that pitch. Stood there and kind of glared in at the umpire. And when Luke Johnson threw it back to him, continued to glare in. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball to short, Lynn Weber, routine play. 1 out. 6-3 if you're scoring at the house. 1 up and 1 down. Here's Julio Riggs for the 3rd time. He struck out twice.
Now batting number 4, Julio Riggs.
Both of them swinging, as Putnam has struck out a Dragon in every inning except the 4th. Has a total of 7 strikeouts here as we play on in the top of the 6th inning. Breaking pitch catches the inside corner, strike 1. 1-4-0 for the Dragons, 0-3-0 for the Apaches. Well hit ball into left field and got that ball up in the zone a little bit, and Riggs made him pay. So first hit of the day for Julio Riggs after a couple of strikeouts. Here's Shelby Becker.
Shelby Becker.
Becker has grounded out to short both times. 0 for 2. And you'd love to get another one of those ground balls to short and get you a double play here. First pitch fastball called a strike. Caleb Putnam has done a good job of throwing strikes as well. Putnam 80 pitches, 58 of them for strikes. 0-1 pitch. Catches the heart of the plate. And it's 0-2. Well, both pitchers working at a good clip here. Both of them throwing a lot of strikes. And as a result, we're moving right along here. Top of 6. Off the plate, that's a show-me pitch. Wondering if they're going to let Julio Riggs go. Doesn't go on that pitch. Wouldn't be surprised if they turn him loose. Riggs with 18 stolen bases leads the club. has not been thrown out. Fouled off to the right side. Count stays 1-2. 18 steals, leads the club. Creed has 13. And Fletcher, Cade Fletcher with 11. And you do have Bryce Sitka, an outfielder, with 15, who's not in the lineup today. Another pickoff attempt. Here's the 1-2 offering. Ground ball right back to Putnam. He'll throw to short for one. You flip it over and drop the ball. They're going to say he had the ball or not. And has Mr. Umpire made a play? Well, they called him out. Now, there's a lot of uncertainty over there as Miguel Vega dropped the ball after contact was made. He caught the ball, came down on the bag, and then made contact with the runner, Shelby Becker. So it'll be a double play, 1-6-3. And I didn't see Mr. Umpire being very visual with his call, but he finally came over and raised that right arm and that right fist. And they're having a discussion about it, and there's a little uncertainty as Paris is unwilling to take the field here. They're going to go ahead and stay with the out call. So it's a 1-6-3 double play, and that will end the 6th inning for the Dragons. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base after 5.5. It's Paris 1 and Tyler 0. First pitch to Jacob Johnson is low, ball 1. Johnson has grounded out to second base twice. He's 0 for 2. 1-0 Paris. And Hunter Mayo, really good start for the Dragons. Retired the first 11 Apaches of the ball game. Simpson has given up just 3 hits. We're in the 6th inning. And he's throwing a 3-hit shutout. That ball's well hit to center. Julio Riggs can't get it. He lets it fall in front of him, and it's a single. So Johnson gets his first hit of the ball game. And stepping in is Dalton Davis. The Apaches would love to get something going here. That's just the 4th hit of the ball game for Tyler. Dalton Davis struck out swinging in the first, flew out to right field in the 4th, 0 for 2 today. Apache's leading hitter. That ball's crushed high left center field. Riggs goes into the gap and makes the catch. Boy, he ran that ball down off the bat. Thought it had a chance to get off the wall, maybe out of here, but that little breeze we've had all day may have knocked that down just a hair as Davis is retired. So Dalton Davis flies out to deep left center. Nice play by Julio Riggs in running that ball down. And here is Miguel Vega. He broke up the perfect game back in the 4th inning. 1 for 2. He grounded out to short back in the 1st. He was the first Apache to reach base, first Apache to get a hit. As Hunter Mayo was perfect through the first 3 2/3. Apache's now with 4 hits in the game, still being shut out off the plate. As Hunter Mayo, the freshman from Lufkin, doing a really nice job for the Dragons today. Step and a dive. It's 2-0 to Vega as he tries to get his second hit of the game. Nobody's got more than 1 hit. Johnson's got a hit. Vega's got 1. Young and Alec Williams. That's it. Swings through a pitch. It's 2-1. Hunter Mayo doing a really nice job here. First 5 1/3 innings. 2 balls and a strike to Vega. Coach Wren putting some signs on. As Johnson at first base on the year, 18 steals. That's second on the team, only to Davis, who's got 20. Fastball misses away. 3-1 now to Vega, and this is a little rare territory for Hunter Mayo. He's not falling behind too many of the hitters, and you're having to face Vega, who is hitting .324, 8 home runs for the Apaches. 3-1 pitch. Big hack right there, swings through a fastball. 3-2. Well, you might see Johnson start on this pitch with a 3-2 count and 1 away. And you also might see Hunter Mayo throw a couple of pickoffs. There goes Johnson. High pop-up, center field. Julio Riggs. No, and actually it's going to be the right fielder Johnson. That ball drifted over toward off the bat. Thought it was going to go out to center, and it kind of drifted toward right. So F9 if you're scoring at the house. Here's Luke Johnson for the 3rd time. Johnson struck out swinging, popped up to first. 0 for 2. Well, now you are going to try to get Jacob Johnson down to second. Somewhere in this at bat, you're probably going to see him try to steal. And Dragons know that as well. And there's the pick. And with a 2-man umpiring crew, you're not likely to pick up on that balk move. That front foot moves quickly before the back one comes up. First pitch fouled off. It's 0-1 to Luke Johnson. Johnson with 4 doubles, no triples, no homers, 19 RBI. Well, with an 0-1 count, you just got to stay on your toes over there. Try to get a good jump if you're Jacob Johnson. And the pitch. Foul tip. Johnson can't connect. Good job by Junior Torres to hold on. It's 0-2. Two outs in the inning. Apache's trying to tie it up here. It's 1-0 Paris. Just off the plate. Really good pitch. And Johnson got the call there. Maybe a hair out further than we've seen strikes called today. Mr. Umpire's been pretty good. He has given some balls off the plate, but he's been consistent with it. And that time Luke got the call. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. And Johnson with another half-step lead. There he goes. Called a ball throw to second, not in time, and Johnson now in scoring position. So you kind of knew it was coming, and you pick a pretty good pitch to go on, and Torres' throw was late. And it's 2-2. Now you got this tying run in scoring position. That's just the second Apache to get to second in the whole ball game. The only other one was Vega, and he hit a double. Here's the 2-2. Pop up, right side, that's going to get out of play. Got out in the parking lot as the wind blows it further away from the field. Wind continues to pick up once in a while, just a little bit. It's going to blow from left field to right field today and maybe in a little bit toward the first base dugout. Deuce is wild now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Jacob Johnson represents a tying run out at second base. Another foul ball off to the right. Here's the 2-2. Off the plate, and Johnson did a nice job of working it to a full count. Next pitch, look out, little chin music, and it's a 2-out walk to Johnson. The first walk issued by either pitcher today. What a refreshing thing that is. Neither pitcher had issued a walk until just a second ago. Here's Daniel Young. And that's going to bring a visit to the mound from assistant coach Greg May. He'll go out and have a little chat with Hunter Mayo. Nice job he's done. 90 pitches now for Mayo. And we are locked in a pitcher's duel. Putnam is at 83 pitches through 6 innings of work. As the Dragons have not had many base runners either. 5 base hits and 1 run. They have only left 2 on base. And the Apaches have only left 3 on base. So Mr. Umpire goes up and breaks up the party on the mound as both the offense and defense have had their little powwows. Apaches, for the second time in the game, have 2 on. And stepping in is Daniel Young. Base hit to right field his last time up. He flew out to left his first time up. He's 1 for 2. Young 333 on the air. No, boy, it's kind of a crazy pickoff there. And Shelby Becker wasn't even on the bag. He had to run over and make the grab to prevent it from going into foul territory. As Luke Johnson said the same thing. He was behind Johnson when that ball was tossed over there, and thankfully for the Dragons, Becker able to make the catch. First pitch. Just misses, ball 1. Pretty good pitch right there. We have seen that called a strike. Just a hair outside, says Mr. Umpire. 2 outs in the inning. The Apaches, a single would tie it. An extra base hit might give the Apaches the lead. It's 1-0 Dragons. As Hunter Mayo done a masterful job here, putting up nothing but zeros. And there's the off speed that misses low, and he might be getting just a hair tired as he approaches 100 pitches. You got the right-hander in the bullpen. comes set. Here's the 2-0. It's going to miss. 3-0. Well, neither team has loaded the bases yet today. Apaches are one pitch away from doing so. And their dugout trying to get some energy going as they've been shut out for 6 2/3 now. What we got going here? Mr. Umpire is, I don't know what he's saying. Oh, okay. He asked them not to smash their feet on the bleachers over there. As it's a 3-0 count, Apache's trying to make some noise. 2 outs in the inning, 2 aboard. And the pitch. Ground ball to second. You're swinging away in a 3-0 pitch. And Sam Creed makes the play. And it's a 0 on the board. A little surprised Young took a rip at that, but he did. And it's another 0, and Hunter Mayo's shutout still intact. We'll go to the 7th. It's 1-0 Paris. Four, 5, and 6 for the Paris Dragons. As Hunter Mayo getting out of trouble in that 6th inning. And Putnam back on the mound for the Apaches. 83 pitches for Caleb Putnam. And he'll face Cade Fletcher, the DH. Struck out looking, flew out to right field. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Both these pitchers have been on point today. Only 9 hits between the clubs here in the first 6 innings of play. Breaking pitch misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Full windup, the 1-1. Breaking pitch just missed a hair inside. 2-1. That pitch is in there. Even things at 2-2. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of the 7th inning. It's almost time to stretch it out. 1-0 Dragons. The top of 7. Boy, just off the plate, not by much. Maybe the zone getting a hair skinnier here as the game progresses. Seen some pitches called both ways. Earlier off the plate, we're calling that. A couple of pitches here lately have been balls. 3-2 count the pitch. Breaking pitch popped up right over our heads. Bang, top of the roof. Count will stay 3-2. Fletcher, the designated hitter batting in the cleanup spot, Hayden Johnson, the right fielder, waits on deck. Fastball, he fights it off. Gets it foul. Right into the Dragon dugout here at Mike Carter. Dugout's really close to home plate. You gotta stay heads up all the time here. Those foul balls get in those dugouts in a heartbeat. Here's the next 3-2 pitch. Little bloop, shallow center field. And Johnson, now it's going to be the second baseman, Davis, making the catch. And there's one out. So one up and one down. Here's Hayden Johnson. A single and a fly ball to right. He's hit the ball the other way both times. Here's the pitch. Well, he pulls that one foul. Going to roll down toward the bullpen area. A one pitch, still popping the leather, is Caleb Putnam. It's 1-1. One pitch. That ball's hit well, but foul down the left field corner, right off the top of the cages. We have batting cages on both sides of this ballpark. Really a great place to teach baseball. You got 3 full batting cages on site. You got 4 bullpen mounts, and obviously a great playing service here. So we can teach a lot of things at the same time. Well, check swing. That's going to go over in front of the Apache dugout. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, the pitch. That ball's well hit, left center field. That's in the gap. Johnson will run it down. Runner goes to second. Here's the throw. And Dalton Davis could not secure the baseball. If he holds on to that, he might be out. It'll go as a double for Hayden Johnson. Nice play out there by Jacob Johnson. He went to his right, gloved it. He's a left-handed thrower. Planted and wheeled around and threw it right to the bag, and Dalton Davis just couldn't hold on to the baseball. It popped out of his glove, and sliding in safely was Hayden Johnson. So there's a runner at second with 1 away, and Junior Torres steps in. He's the catcher, and he's 0 for 2. First pitch. Breaking pitch misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. Putnam now approaching 100 pitches. The 1-0. That's going to miss inside. 2-0. One 6-0 for Paris, 0-4-0 for the Apaches. This has been a pitcher's duel throughout the ballgame. Both starters still in the game. At the top of the 7th. Popping the leather right over the heart of the plate. 2-1. Nobody thrown in the Apache bullpen. And now you will get somebody up down there. Catcher just went down. 2 balls and a strike. The pitch in there for a strike. It's 2-2. Well, it looks like it's going to be Big Tex down there. Tom Simmons. Got that Nolan Ryan number going, 34. So Tom Simmons going to start tossing down the bullpen for the Apaches. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. The pitch. Boy, good job by Luke Johnson. Keeps the runner at second base. It's a full count on Junior Torres. Torres, the sixth batter in the Paris lineup. Bo Brewer waits on deck. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. We'll do it again. As Tom Simmons starts to toss down there in that bullpen. Caleb Putnam now 103 pitches. Pitched a really nice ball game. Scattered 6 hits, only giving up 1 run. Pitch. Got him. Big strikeout right there. That's the second out of the inning. And that's 8 strikeouts now for Caleb Putnam. And here's Bo Brewer. And here comes Coach Ruppenthal. Don't think you're going to make a change here because Simmons is not ready. It might be just a slow things down type of visit. We'll take a bit of a break as Coach Ruppenthal will have a little chat with Caleb Putnam. It's still 1-0. You got 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Bo Brewer scheduled to come to the plate. All right, Coach Ruppenthal back to the dugout. Bo Brewer to step in. 2 for 2 on the day. First pitch in there, strike 1. Well, he's the only batter in either lineup with 2 hits. As he singled to center, drove in a run back in the 2nd inning, and he singled to left back in the 5th inning. We're in the top of the 7th with 2 outs. The pitch. Off the plate. 1-1. Hayden Johnson has 4 steals. It wouldn't be a steal situation here, but it might give you an indication that probably okay runner, but not one of their elite runners for the Dragons. Defensively, everyone's pretty much straight away here with Brewer at the plate. You saw Coach Ruppenthal out there reminding Caleb about the runner at second. Pitch is in the dirt. It's 2-1. Well, you have Ashton Albert on deck, and they're going to go. I was just saying, that's exactly what I was thinking. I said he has struck out twice. And now you're going to have a pinch hitter for Ashton Albert. It's going to be number 3, and that's going to be Chase Alford from Saxe. So Alford will be the pinch hitter as Brewer draws the intentional walk. And so Alford going to come off the bench here. We'll see if he goes out into the field. First pitch misses, ball 1. Chase Alford on the year for the Dragons, 295. 5 doubles, a triple, 4 homers, 21 RBIs. You heard Coach Cox talk about it. He does a little platooning with his squad. So next pitch, grounder to second. This should do it. Davis takes the big hop and flips it to Lindweber, and it's a 0 on the board. The Apaches are able to get out of trouble there, and that goes 4-6 if you're scoring at the house. No runs on 1 hit. It's time to stretch it out at the ballpark. 1-0 Dragons. All right. Apaches trail by 1. It's 1-0. Really nice pitchers battle here today at Mike Carter Field. Dr. John Groth with you. 1-6-0 for Paris, 0-4-0 for the Apaches. 6, 7, and 8 as we start the bottom of the 7th. Mike Schrabb will lead it off. Grounded out to third, struck out swinging. I take my 7th inning stretch a little late here. First pitch in there for a strike. And it's 0-1. Well, unofficially, that was pitch number 94. Schrabb fouls the next pitch off. So Putnam at 108 through 7 complete. And his counterpart, Hunter Mayo, rapidly approaching that pitch count himself. 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. And count will stay at no balls and 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the 7th. The windup and the pitch. Boy, perfect pitch right there. All Schrabb can do. He thought it was outside, but we've seen that called all day, off and on. Strikeout number 6 for Hunter Mayo. And here's Alec Williams for the 3rd time. Williams base hit to left field his last time up. Flew out to center back in the 3rd inning. So he's 1 for 2. Well, that's 99 right there for Mayo. So this next pitch will be number 100. Here's the 0-1. Drops a breaking pitch right over the heart of the plate, 0-2. Well, you've had Tom Simmons throwing down there, and I think he's probably coming in. I think we may have seen the last of Caleb Putnam. 0-2. Fouls it off, and that's headed toward the Rose Garden off to our left. Count stays, no balls, 2 strikes. We've had a right-hander down there for the Dragons. Looks like there's a sidewinder. 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Back-to-back called 3rd strikes. And Williams kind of winces as he goes back to the dugout. 7 strikeouts for Hunter Mayo. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tyler Lindweber. Reese Grimes is the right-hander, the freshman out of Georgetown. Throwing sidearm down there in that bullpen, getting ready for the Dragons. First pitch to Lindweber, misses high, ball 1. Now 7 strikeouts now for Hunter Mayo. Caleb Putnam has also struck out 7. Pop up, right side, that's going to get out of play. And it's 1-1. Well, you're just about ready, both these coaches, to turn things over to the bullpen. See if the offenses have any more success off the bullpen than they have off these starters, because they have both done a really good job. Putnam has scattered 6 hits and only given up 1 run. Hunter Mayo has scattered 4 hits and thrown a shutout. Pitch misses, it's 1-1. These guys came in with almost very similar numbers. Mayo 2-0, Putnam 2-1 on the year. 3.82, 3.81 ERAs. Called a strike. 1-2. 26 innings to 35 innings, 31 strikeouts to 32 strikeouts. It's kind of scary. You look at their stat line, almost exactly the same. And they have matched each other pitch for pitch. The 2-2. Fouled off. Do it again. I got to believe we'll see how far Coach Cox wants to go with Hunter Mayo, but this might be it for him too. We're in the bottom of the 7th. It's 1-0 Paris. Boy, off the hands, this is a tough play, and caught. Hunter Mayo flashing the leather there. It goes P1. 3 up, 3 down, nothing across for the Apaches. They've left 5 on base. As we go to the 8th inning, it's still 1-0 Dragons. All right, the Apaches have gone to their bullpen for the first time today, and you can wrap the book up on Caleb Putnam. Goes 7 complete, gives up 6 hits, only gives up 1 run. 108 pitches for the freshman from Prosper. Caleb Putnam now out of the game. Tom Simmons will take over. Freshman out of Canberra, Australia, 6'4" and 205 on the year. Outing number 14 for Tom Simmons. He's 0-0 with a 4.84 ERA, 22 1/3 innings pitched, 28 strikeouts, 18 walks for the freshman from Australia, Tom Simmons. 1-0 is our score. It's been a great pitcher's battle, and we're probably going to see both of these coaches go to their bullpen here as we go to the 8th and 9th innings. Leading off is the 9-hitter, Kyle Hogwood. Struck out twice, once looking and once swinging. He'll show bunt, pull back, ball 1. Putnam, in 7 innings of work, struck out 8 Dragons. High pop up and left side of the infield, Lynn Weber, and now it's going to be Coveney. He'll grab it for out number 1. So 1 up and 1 down. Top of the lineup now, Sam Creed. 4th time today. Ground ball to second, a single to left, and a ground ball to short. 1 for 3 on the day is Sam Creed. He can run a little bit. Infielder's going to have to get rid of the ball here. Simmons retires the first batter he faces. Going to go from the stretch. First pitch, high fastball, swings through it, strike 1. Well, we've had a few people check in here. Checking in from Frisco, Mr. Sestito. In there for a strike, it's 0-2. Ms. Hood checking in. Ground ball up the middle, backhanded by Davis. He'll throw over, and there's 2 outs. 4-3 if you're scoring at the house. With 2 outs in the 8th inning, here's Julio Riggs for the 4th time. A couple of strikeouts and a single to left. 1 for 3 for Riggs. First pitch in there. And it's 0-1. Riggs also 1 for 3, couple of strikeouts, base hit to left. And Simmons tries to work a 1-2-3 eighth here. Boy, waved at a curveball. 0-2. Simmons looks sharp so far. Has the sign. The 0-2. Well hit right center. This is trouble. That's going to fall in the gap. Williams cuts it off for a single. But the Dragons with a runner aboard with 2 away here. Good piece of hitting right there for Julio Riggs. He gets his second hit of the ball game. Here's Shelby Becker. 0 for 3. He has grounded out to short twice and hit into a double play 1-6-3 to end the 6th inning. Well, I'll try to address the sound here. Someone's remarked that the sound is a little low. Breaking pitch. Just missed inside, ball 1. Carrying Regina Williams, rooting for Alec. Here's the 1-0. Big swing and a miss. Ball 1 strike. 2 outs in the inning. Paris 1 run on 7 hits. Tyler no runs on 4 hits. Neither team has made an error. Tom Simmons, the first relief pitcher for either team on the mound for the Apaches. The 1-1. Boy, breaking pitch right over the inside corner. Good pitch there. And it's 1-2. Now you have another right-hander down in that bullpen for the Apaches. Simmons, the long pause, the 1-2. Swing and a miss, got him. So that'll do it for the Pairs Dragons here in the top of the 8th inning. They do get a 2-out hit by Riggs, but he's stranded. First strikeout of the ball game for Tom Simmons. That's 9 strikeouts for Tyler pitching. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. And for the Apaches, it'll be 9-1-2. Bryce Coveney, Jacob Johnson, Dalton Davis. Back in just a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. All right, the Dragons have gone to their bullpen for the first time. And the new pitcher is Tyler Renfro, 6 foot 190, right-handed freshman out of Conroe. Give you some numbers on him as soon as we can pull them up here. For Renfro on the year, his 12th appearance of the season. He's 2-2 with a 2.70 ERA, 23 1/3 innings, 22 strikeouts, just 4 walks. He is a strike thrower. And for the Apaches, leading off, third baseman Bryce Coveney. 2 strikeouts for Coveney today, 1 swinging, 1 looking. And you need some base runners here as it's getting late. 1-0 Paris, top of or bottom of the 8th inning. First pitch in there, strike one. Renfro, 22 strikeouts, just 4 walks in 23 and a third innings. That's off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Coveney, the 9-hitter in the Apache lineup. Leadoff hitter Jacob Johnson waits on deck. Paris leads this game 1-0. Check swing, called a strike. Coveney thought about letting loose and he held up. We've seen Mr. Umpire call a number of outside pitches for both pitchers throughout the ball game. And he seemed like he pressed pause there for an inning or so in the 7th or 8th, but he's back to calling them. Line drive into right field, out of the reach of Sam Creed. It's a leadoff single for Bryce Coveney. And that'll get people excited here at the ballpark as Coveney gets his first hit of the day. Well, here's leadoff hitter Jacob Johnson. He got a hit his last time up, single to center field. That was just Coveney's second hit of the season. Does not have a stolen base so far. First pitch in there, strike one. Don't think you're going to see Johnson bunt here. He has been hitting the ball well as of late. And, well, you'd love to find a gap if you were Coach Wren here. Jacob Johnson, 377 and 13 doubles, is second on the team. He's got 3 homers. And he also has 31 RBIs. Catches the corner, and it's 0-2. Now you got to go to work here. You need a good at bat. Try to move the runner. Be productive here. I don't think you're going to see Coveney do anything over here as Coach Wren put a few signs on there with an 0-2 count. Tyler Renfro, the freshman from Conroe, on the mound now for the Dragons. Good swing, pop-up left field. This should be in play. Brewer in foul territory makes the grab. Actually, he's going to call it a fair ball. And it'll be the first out of the inning. That's a big out right there. As Johnson flies out to left. Here's Dalton Davis. Davis 0 for 3. Now it's time for Dalton to come out of the slump here. 420 on the year for Davis. Leads the team in almost every offensive category. And it'd be nice if he caught one right here. He's got 3 home runs on the year, 37 RBIs, leads the club. He's got 5 triples. He's got 14 doubles. Kind of a dangerous at bat here for the Dragons and Tyler Renfro. But you got Vega right behind him. Next pitch. Well hit right field, but room for Hayden Johnson out there. He'll make the catch for out number 2. That was pretty well hit, but it was right at Johnson in that right field corner for out number 2. And here is Miguel Vega. Vega does have a double today. Apache first baseman came into the ball game 324 on the year. And Coveney with a comfortable lead at first. Shuffles off. Vega takes strike 1. Vega's double in the 4th inning broke up the perfect game by starter Hunter Mayo. Mayo had retired 11 Apaches in a row and was on cruise control. And he did a great job. Still a shutout for the Dragons. Fastball just a hair high. Vega lays off. Boy, you love the way. I tell you what, I'm watching Vega take that pitch, and he looks like he's locked in right now. Time for the big fella to catch one. He's got 8 home runs on the year. The pitch. Well, he takes one there. It's 1-2. A couple of fastballs. And with the 1-2 count, you might turn Coveney loose here. Even if he gets thrown out, you get Vega another shot next inning. There he goes. Ground ball, third base side, foul. Well, you really got nothing to lose because Vega in a hole here, 1-2. If Coveney gets thrown out, at the very least, you get Vega a clean count in the 9th. We'll see if Coveney's off with this pitch again. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the 8th. The pitch, there he goes. Another good swing by Vega, fouls it off. Tell you what, that was a dangerous pitch right there. Vega just missed it. Ball got up in the zone. The only thing that's hurting Miguel right now is that wind, that northeasterly breeze is kind of knocking the ball down from the left field corner to the right field corner. So anything that gets up to left is probably going to get knocked down a little bit. Count remains 1-2. The pitch, there goes Coveney. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Nice job by Tyler Renfro. He got Vega to climb the ladder. First strikeout for Renfro, and that's 8 strikeouts now for Dragon pitching. We will go to the 9th in a really good ball game. It's 1-0 Paris. All right, we go to the 9th inning, and for the Dragons, 4, 5, and 6 will come to the plate. It'll be Cade Fletcher, 0 for 3, a strikeout, fly ball to right, and a pop-up to second base. And it is Tom Simmons back on the mound for the Apaches. They do have a right-hander getting loose in case. .36 is down in that bullpen for the Apaches. Adam Davis? Is that who that is? Breaking pitch, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody on, nobody out. Cade Fletcher, 261 on the year for the Dragons. He does have 3 homers. 1-1. Popped out of play to the right side, and it's 1-2. Well, Fletcher, Johnson, Torres scheduled to hit for Paris this inning. Coach Cox talking things over with Coach May here. I don't know if they're going to make some changes. As they may make a defensive switch here when they go out to play. Looked like he just pointed to one of his players to get ready. Breaking pitch off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1-7-0 for Paris, 0-5-0 for the Apaches. We're in the top of the ninth of a 1-0 ball game. 2-2 pitch in the dirt. 3 balls and 2 strikes to cleanup hitter Cade Fletcher. Has not reached base in this ball game. Not many hitters have reached base for either squad. High pop up, left side of the field, going to drift out of play. And boy, it's not often I got to worry about a righty popping one on the Avalon, but that might have had Avalon on it, but don't think we had trouble there. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Tom Simmons, who came on in the 8th inning, here in the 9th. Yes, he did. Ball gets away from Luke Johnson, and you throw to first, and it pulled Vega off the bag. So that'll go as a strikeout, wild pitch. And Fletcher will reach.
Now batting number 28, Hayden Johnson.
So Hayden Johnson will step in. And he's 2 for 3 today. Single to right, fly ball to right, a double to center. Well, you got a little something brewing here for the Paris Dragons. They would love to get a little insurance here. They lead it 1-0. The pitch. Fastball high and tight, ball 1. A little chin music there for Hayden Johnson. Freshman out of Canberra, Australia, Tom Simmons. They have 20 pitches now for the ball game. Check swing off the net above the first base dugout where the Apaches are seated. We're in the top of the 9th of a 1-0 game. The 1-1 pitch, you show bunt, you pull back. 2 balls and a strike. Well, would not be a bad thought here. Bryce Coveney well behind the bag at third. Now he creeps in just a hair. He's going to show bunt again and pull back. Runner goes to second, throw down there, and he'll be out. Boy, maybe a miscommunication there. Coach Cox kind of looking out the left field in disgust. I'm not sure if the runner may have tried to read that ball in the dirt. And he's going to kind of walk over to Coach Cox. And I think he just thought he had a ball in the dirt that he could run on, and he didn't. And Fletcher is out at second base. So now you got clean bases, 1 out. And there's another base runner as the next pitch is ball 4. Haven't had many of those today by either pitching staff.
Now batting number 27,
As
Junior Torres.
it's just the second walk issued by Tyler pitching. Runner at first, 1 out. Junior Torres is the catcher. He'll step in. First pitch from Simmons off the plate, ball 1. On the day, Torres, ground ball to the pitcher, fly ball to right, and a strikeout. He's 0 for 3. Well, how big is that base running error perhaps by the Dragons? Cade Fletcher, I don't know if it was an error as much as a misread. Swing and a miss, goes after the fastball, 1-1. I think he thought it might have been a ball that would trickle away from Luke Johnson. And Johnson actually secured the ball and threw it right where he needed to from his knees. And it was an easy out. 1-1 pitch. Boy, just off the plate, not sure where that was. Simmons gives it a smile. As he thought it was a strike as well. It was not off the plate. Didn't appear to be anything up or down. We can't see up and down from the press box, but we can see in and out. 2-1 pitch. Little tapper It goes off the end of the bat, off the wall, and bounces into right field for strike 2. 1 out in the inning, 1 aboard. Hayden Johnson drew a 1-out walk after the leadoff hitter Cade Fletcher struck out but reached on the wild pitch and was thrown out on a ball in the dirt by Luke Johnson. 2-2 pitch. And time call. Boy, a long delay there. And finally, Mr. Umpire, he granted time to Junior Torres. He kind of wondered if Simmons was going to put the freeze on him, but he finally did pick the leg up as if to pitch, but the time was called. Swing and a miss. Got him. Torres strikes out for the 2nd time today. And for Simmons, that's 3 strikeouts in relief. Here's Bo Brewer. 11 strikeouts now for Tyler pitching. And Brewer steps in. He's 2 for 2. 2 singles and a walk. He did have Chase Alford come into the game in the 7th. First pitch is in there, strike 1. And he waits on deck for Paris. Pinched hit for Ashton Albert back in that 7th inning after Apaches decided to intentionally walk this guy. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good breaking pitch right there. And Simmons ahead 0-2. Well, Hayden Johnson, 4 steals on the year. He's over at first. You might turn him loose here with an 0-2 count and 2 outs. Not going. That was a foul ball. I think it was a foul ball. I think that ball hit the ground and then hit the bat and popped up. Is that what you guys saw? Or did it hit the ground and it hit? Well, that's what I thought. It might. The other thing it might have done. If that was if it didn't hit the bat, then he'd be out, and he swung at it. So it must have hit the bat. That ball misses 1-2. And you can hit a ball that hits the ground before it gets to you. You can do that, and it popped up. And so you had Luke Johnson and Tom Simmons trying to catch that little pop-up in front of the Apache dugout here a minute ago. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Tom Simmons, the pitch. Got him. Good curveball there. 4 strikeouts for Tom Simmons, 12 in the game for the Apaches. And you go to the bottom of the 9th. You need 1 to tie it, 2 to walk them off for the Apaches. It'll be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. Luke Johnson, Daniel Young, Mike Schrabb. 1-0 Paris. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Luke Johnson will lead it off for the Apaches here in the bottom of the 9th. They trail 1-0.
Johnson.
Luke Johnson on the day, 0 for 2. Strikeout, a pop-up to the first baseman in foul territory, and a walk. That ball's high and deep to left field, but not deep enough as the wind's going to blow it down. Easy catch for Bo Brewer. And there's one out in the ninth. F7 if you're scoring at the house. And I say that's Bo Brewer. That's not. That's Julio Riggs out in left field. They've made some defensive switches here. We're going to have a pinch hitter as well for the Apaches. Stepping in and batting for Daniel Young will be number 23. And I'm going to have to go to the roster for this. Robert Hines will be the pinch hitter. I don't know why I couldn't quite find his name, but Hines will step in. First pitch swing and pops it up, and that'll get out of play for strike one. Hines, the freshman from Garland, 6'2" and 215. First pitch is a foul ball. Next pitch is going to miss off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Breaking pitch misses low, 2-1. So I'm not seeing, is this his first at bat of the year? He's got no stats. All right. All right, so there's a ground ball up the middle, and boy, you dive and make the play, but you can't get the runner. So Hines comes off the bench and gets an infield single. Nice play by Sam Creed to keep that from going to the outfield, but there was no play, and now you're probably going to run for Hines. And who's going to be the runner here? Wren Reynolds. Wren Reynolds will run at first base with 1 out. So your tying run aboard here in the 9th inning. And Mike Schrabb steps in. Schrabb on the year, 323. He's got a couple of homers, 15 RBIs. And old Wren Reynolds is at first base. Wren has got 3 steals. He has not been thrown out. Tyler Renfro, the relief pitcher, pumped strike 1 to Mike Schrabb. Renfro came on in the 8th inning and gave up a leadoff single, but then retired the Apaches in order. Here's the 0-1 from Renfro. Good breaking pitch there. Schrabb takes a healthy cut at it, and it's 0-2. Alec Williams waits on deck. The Apaches. From the stretch, Renfro, the pitch. Ball's hit high and deep to left. This has got a chance. Back to the wall is the outfielder. He'll make the catch. We got a new guy out there. That's actually Julio Riggs in left field. And boy, off the bat, if you don't have any kind of breeze today, because that breeze actually is picked up here in the last few minutes. You got no breeze, that wins you the ball game. But because of the breeze, Schrabb is a routine out at the wall. Everybody holding their collective breaths on both sides of this field here, as that ball went up in a hurry. And sure enough, as I looked over to the pennants, they were blowing pretty good when that ball was in the air. So that's the second out. 2 fly balls to left. Here's your last out. Alec Williams, your last hope. First pitch off the plate, ball 1. Williams 1 for 3, flow out to center field. Base hit to left and a strikeout looking. 1-0 Paris, bottom of the 9th. The Apaches with the tying run at first. Off the plate, 2-0. Well, part of the question here is, are you going to try to get Reynolds here to second base in this at bat. 2-0 count. Lindweber is going to step aside and for a pinch hitter if that place comes up. That's in there for a strike. It's 2-1. Well, if he gets a chance, Warren Sammons will hit next. Two balls and a strike with 2 outs. The pitch. Fouled straight back, and you're down to your last strike. Is there any Mike Carter magic here today? That Paris club is off their feet and clapping. They're trying to get Tyler Renfro across the finish line here. 1-0 Paris, bottom of the ninth, 2-2 count with 2 outs. Wren Reynolds at first. Might turn him loose here, not going. The pitch. That ball's drilled into the gap, right center. This is going to tie the game. And that's out of here. Alec Williams, a 2-out, 2-strike, walk-off home run for the Apaches. And there is some Mike Carter magic here today as the Apaches erupt out of that dugout. That ball cleared the fence by about a foot. And Alec Williams is being mobbed at home plate. And Alec Williams has just walked off the Paris Dragons. The Apaches had not scored a run all ball game. It was 1-0 until just a moment ago. And Alec Williams hits a walk-off home run to right field to win it. Wow. Well, off the bat, it came off the bat very well. It got up quickly. You just didn't know, and you knew, I talked about this earlier, the lefties were going to get a little bit of help, and that ball got just enough help by that northeasterly breeze, which picked up and knocked Schrabb's ball down a little bit. When Julio Riggs got to the wall on the previous at bat and caught the ball right on the warning track, but that time Williams caught one, and boy, what an exciting memory for Alec Williams and the Apaches as they win on a 2-2. You're down to your last strike. That's one for the grandkids right there. 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth. You're down a runner at first. And Alec Williams, he's still down there enjoying the moment, and he should. You just don't get many of these in your lifetime. And even Heath Hood with that broken foot is out there trying to give Alex some props with the high five and the hug. So, boy, what a way to lose a ball game for Paris as the Apaches, you can't play it much better than the Dragons just did. Hunter Mayo, an amazing start, 7 innings, struck out 7 Apaches in throwing a 7-inning shutout, and Renfro equaled the task in relief until just a minute ago. Renfro came in and had retired 5 of the 7 batters he faced, but that's all in the books now as Alec Williams, a 2-run walk-off homer to send the Apaches home with a 2-1 victory. Final line score, 1 run on 7 hits, no errors for Paris. The Apaches, 2 runs on 7 hits, no errors. Really a good ball game. As just over 2.5 hours long, 2:35 on the game time. But we'll go ahead and wrap this one up as the Apaches, your winning pitcher will be Tom Simmons. He'll vulture a win with the walk-off home run. And let's see for Tom what his record will be now. As Tom Simmons, that'll be his first win of the year. He'll go to 1-0 on the season. So Simmons, the vulture winner. The losing pitcher, man, a tough loss, Tyler Renfro. As all 4 of these pitchers really threw well for both teams, and you just can't walk away from this one feeling too bad about much at all. And Tyler Renfro, let's see, he's going to drop to 2-3 on the year. So Renfro will take the loss. He'll drop to 2-3. The loss will drop Paris's overall record to 23-16, and their conference record now is 9-12. The Apaches, as walk-off winners, will now be at 28-8. Their overall record 20 games over 500. They're now 17-6 in Region 14 play. And boy, it was a quick played game, a pitcher's duel to the very, very end. And Alec Williams sends everybody home from the Tyler side happy, as the Apaches still kind of stunned exuberance over here on the first base side, and the Paris Dragons just can't believe what just took place. They were one strike away from walking out of here with a 1-0 shutout, and Alec Williams is the hero today. So let's take a peek at the box score here and see if we can give you, there weren't a whole lot of offensive stars of the game, and we're not going to be able to give you any of the defensive or pitching numbers, but we can give you, we did a couple of guys that had multi-hit games. For Paris, Julio Riggs in the 2 spot, he has a 2-for-4 game today. Hayden Johnson, a nice ball game, 2-for-3 with a run scored. And you had Bo Brewer with a 2-for-3 game, and he had an RBI as well. For the Apaches, well, you only had one multi-hit guy, and guess who it was? The hero of the day, Alec Williams, 2-for-4, 2 RBIs, and 1 run scored. Everyone else, no one else had more than a hit. Johnson had 1 hit in the leadoff spot. Vega had a hit, and Coveney had a hit in that 9-hole. And really, that was a well, I guess you didn't score in the 8th. So the single by the pinch hitter, you can't overlook Robert Hines coming off the bench and getting that base hit, and that really allowed the Apaches. Otherwise, we still might be playing here, but congrats to old Robert Hines. Not easy to come off that bench, and he gets a base knock, sets the table for the dramatic finish. And so that will wrap it up. The Apaches, 2 runs on 7 hits, no errors. Paris, 2 runs, 7 hits, Paris 1 run on 7 hits, no errors. Next for Paris, let's take a peek at the schedules as we get ready to let you go here. Next ball games for the Dragons will be, well, I guess both these squads will play each other. Paris will entertain the Apaches, a 1 o'clock doubleheader in Paris. And so that'll be the same for the Apaches. They'll travel up to Paris on Saturday, 1 o'clock double dip. And we will not be broadcasting those games. You can catch them on TSRN. So if you want to, they have a pay-per-view situation, so you can pay for that doubleheader if you want to watch it online, if you can't make it to Paris on Saturday. For the Apaches, after Saturday, we will broadcast the Monday ball game against Centenary JV. That'll be a 1 o'clock start. We'll be on the air about 12:45 with pregame interviews with both coaches. And then we'll also do the next conference game here Thursday, a single game against the against the Panola Ponies. That's next Thursday. That'll be a 1 o'clock start. We also plan on doing the Monday game against Panola. That's the 26th. And so, and then the finale here at Mike Carter in conference play would be Saturday, May 1st. That's a double dip against the Navarro Bulldogs, and that could be for all the marbles in Region 14 East. How fun then would that be if the Apaches and the Bulldogs would be playing for the first place finish on May 1st doubleheader here at Mike Carter. Now, if you haven't heard, the Apaches did take care of business with Coastal Bend, and they will be hosting the first round of the playoffs, and we're not exactly sure on the dates of that, but right now, tentatively, it would be Thursday, May 6th, Friday, May 7th, Saturday, May 8th, and that may actually go into Sunday. It's a 4-team double elimination bracket, and the Apaches will be the host site for the first round of the District Seat playoffs, Division III. So that'll wrap things up for Mike Carter. Boy, what a day. Apaches win in dramatic fashion by a score of 2-1. So for the whole athletic department at Tyler Junior College, that would include Mr. Kevin Vest, the athletic director, Captain Chuck Smith, associate AD, of course, Miss Jordan Jones keeping everything afloat back at WAG Gym. We appreciate all the help. Miss Kelsey Weeks, the assistant AD, and do appreciate up here in the press box Let's see, I got the wrong card with me here. Take a peek at my cheat sheet here. And who was doing the scoreboard today? Who was it? Reed Trimble on the scoreboard today, so a big shout out to Reed. As boy, without that scoreboard, it's kind of I'm flying blind up here. And of course, Matthew York doing a great job on the PA, and of course, a big shout out to Ed Atkins on the live stats. Boy, what a great job he does keeping everybody, even when we can't do the broadcast, Ed's doing that live stats. I know the parents appreciate that. I do too. Tried to give Ed a little shout out today. Thanks for what he does all year long. The Apaches walk-off winners by a score of 2-1. Our next broadcast will be Monday right here at Mike Carter, 12:45 with pregame interviews. Until then, this is Dr. John Gross saying thank you for watching. Thanks be to God who gives us the victory through Jesus Christ our Lord. The Apaches win it 2-1. So long, everybody.